منورنا المحاضر إن شاء الله، وبإذن الله تستفيدوا منه عن محاضرة الذكاء الاصطناعي والتحول الرقمي. فأهلا بيكم ومرحبا بمكتبة مصر، وأهلا بالوفد في مكتبة مصر العامه بالمنصوره. مرحبا بكم.
خد الصورة بقى أركان الصحفية.
شكرا دكتورة ربات عبد المحسن، وشكرا جدا أكيد في المنصورة. أنا اسمي أما مارلوت، أنا الملحق الثقافي في الثقافة الأمريكية. أول مرة في المنصورة ومفيش أصحاب الحمد لله. الحمد لله ممكن How is everybody if I speak English now? Good? Yeah? Okay? لو عايزين ترجمة عندنا ناس كتير ممكن تساعدنا. But I'll speak English now so that I can be a little more comfortable. So the U.S. Embassy, why are we here and why did we bring this wonderful speaker with us here? The public diplomacy section, our work is to connect with the Egyptian people, to share information about the United States, to build cultural connections between the American people and the Egyptian people. And one of the ways we do that is through our speakers program. This is a global program, and Dr. Shea can attest. He has been all over the world with the Department of State, where we bring American experts on different topics that are of interest to different audiences, and we share their expertise with different audiences around the world. So of course, Zakeh AI is the topic of the moment that everyone is interested in. And so we're very lucky to have Dr. Shea with us here today. He is a non-resident affiliate at the Stanford Center for International Security and Cooperation. He has over 2 decades of experience in the technology community. He even worked for DARPA, who are sort of the people that invented the internet. That's the legend. So he wasn't around back then when they were inventing the internet, but he worked, for the Defense Department of the United States, and really looking forward to his presentation. It's my first time seeing it. He just arrived last night, so fresh in Egypt. This is his first event. We had to come to Mansoura first, right away, Alatul, and share this evening with all of you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for welcoming us.
I can go, you know what, after years and years of lecturing, my voice has just evolved into this permanent shout. So maybe without the microphone, if everybody can hear, would this be okay? Yeah. Okay, brilliant, very nice. So first of all, thank you so much for your warm hospitality. I mean, this is such a wonderful city, it's a beautiful country, and I want to begin because we're talking about AI, with maybe a personal note of a very tenuous connection I have with the nation of Egypt. So a long time ago, before I became an AI person, I was actually a chemistry person. And specifically, I was working in the area of ultra-fast laser chemistry. And as many of you might know, in fact, the father of this field is a professor, Ahmed Zewail. Does everybody know who Ahmed Zewail is? Oh, good. If you don't know, that's a big problem, right, as well. 1999 Nobel laureate in chemistry, and because he is properly credited, I believe, as the father of the field to which I used to belong as a laser chemist as well, too. So come into the home of Dr. Zewail, and him being a proud son of Egypt, at Caltech in America as well, too. It feels like a bit of a homecoming, right? So maybe a hand for Dr. Zewail first of all. Okay? I can credit him for launching me on my own scientific career, which has taken me eventually to AI as well. So right now, I suspect that in Egypt, as in the U.S., as in the entire world, many people are asking, okay, I feel like I should know something about AI, right? But I feel like I don't know enough about AI. Would that be the case with most here? Like, yeah, like maybe we feel like we need to know more. I certainly do as well. And it feels like every single week there's always something new as well, right? So we're living in a time when I think nobody's really an expert in AI. We all have to be a student, so to speak. So now I want to get into something that I think could be a good topic for us, because it's a topic that brings a lot of humility. Humility because for most of when humans have been working on artificial intelligence, we always assume that the human actually is the gold standard. If we could only make the AI as good as the human, then we machines can do it. So you think back on history, chess, for instance. Any chess players here? People who play chess? Yes. I used to play. And actually, I used to play at a time when the computers were not beating the humans. But I remember, I was old enough to remember when here we go. Maybe this might be better, right? When the IBM Deep Blue computer beat Gary Kasparov for the very first time in 1997, then we knew that something very big was happening, something very significant as well. And then it went on. Chess was winning at Go. Chess was beating humans at medical diagnosis. All these things that humans were previously the best in the world at as well. But now, actually, I want to flip that around. I want to, for this evening, discuss where AI is excelling in things that humans cannot succeed in because they are human. Because they are human. No human can ever do a good job. Only AI can do a good job. So this is going to be the course of how we'll write today's discussion. So let's go forward. So before we begin, I want to talk about three things that are fundamental limitations that we have because we're human. The first thing is that we all have ego, right? We all have a sense of pride. We don't like to lose arguments. We want to be right. Anybody who's married, you'll know that. You guys are too young, right? But once you get married, you'll know what it means, right? Sometimes you just have to be right as well, right? That's one frailty, one limitation of what it means to be a human. And the second thing is exhaustion. We're humans. We're made out of organic tissue. We get tired. We're not machines. We can't work 24/7. Sometimes, we need a break. Sometimes we need to sleep as well too. So that's another difference between us and machines. We get tired. The last is that, this is maybe the most important one, is that we have mortality. The one thing we all have in common is that one day we will die. None of us will live forever. So we're mortal. And if you think about it for a second, actually, that's also a limitation. The things that happen after we're dead, we literally cannot affect as well. But somehow machines can actually overcome this obstacle, believe it or not. So, before we sort of get too deep into the abstraction, let's get very concrete. Let's understand a little bit at how machines are already getting better at humans, at these things that humans cannot exceed in, because we are human. So, I want to begin with one thing here. The game of Monopoly, does this game get played a lot in Egypt? Have you guys played Monopoly before as well too? Okay, we're show of hands, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Now this is very key. Monopoly is a very special game actually, because I can't speak for Egypt, but in the U.S., it is one of the biggest causes of fights in homes among families and friends, more than anything else. I think it's one of the biggest sources of family unhappiness you could possibly imagine. And please.
يا جماعة خليني أسألكم مرة تانية، حد محتاج ترجمة؟ ممكن بس اللي محتاج ترجمة يرفع ايده وأفهم بس؟ يعني نترجم. ماشي. They need translation.
Oh, they need translation. That's okay. Yeah.
طيب هو دكتور شايف الأول كان بيسأل على لعبة مونوبولي، وكام حد هنا في مصر بيعرفها أو بيلعب لعبة مونوبولي؟ سمعتوا عنها قبل كده؟ شوية.
Okay, very good. And so maybe we'll just go in sequence here. Would that be okay? Okay. So this is where we can have a little bit of fun perhaps as well, right? So Scholars have actually studied how much discord and conflict Monopoly causes in U.S. households by polling the United States. Yes.
طيب هي لعبة مونوبولي لعبة معروفة جدا في أمريكا، والعائلات الأمريكية أغلب العائلات بتتجمع على اللعبة دي، لكن الباحثين عملوا إحصائية علشان يشوفوا لعبة مونوبولي دي بيكون بسببها كام في المية الناس بتتشاجر بإيديها.
Okay. So let's have some fun here, and let's take a guess. So there's 4 possibilities, and maybe just by a show of hands, whether I go through A, B, C, and D, take a guess at what percentage of U.S. households have had a physical fight because of Monopoly.
طيب احنا دلوقتي عايزين نعرف انتوا تقريبا اقتراحاتكم او تخميناتكم ايه نتيجة الإحصائية اللي اتعملت دي، ان الناس بتتخانق بإيديها بسبب لعبة مونوبولي. هو في 4 اختيارات قدامكم، يا اما 2%، 6%، 11% او 18%. هو شوفوا انتوا الإجابة اللي انتوا شايفينها ايه، ولما يقول مثلا A، لو انتوا شايفين A ارفعوا ايديكم، و B و C وهكذا.
Oh, that's good. That's good already. I like that one. Maybe there should be an E. Okay, so by show of hands, how many people think it's 2%
مين
A?
بيعتقد ان هو 2%؟ ارفعوا ايديكم عادي.
Oh, by the way, there's no penalty for being wrong.
مفيش غرامة للي هيجاوب غلط.
Okay, how about B?
مين بيعتقد 6%؟
Okay, C?
11.
Ooh, okay. A lot of votes for C. And how about D?
18%.
Okay, very good. Let's see what the actual
خلينا
figure is.
نشوف الإجابة.
11%. Very good, very good. Very good audience. Okay. And as the next question, I'll ask, what generation, what age is the most likely to cause a fight over Monopoly?
تعتقدوا أنهي من الأجيال دي الأكثر إن هو بيتشاجر بالإيد؟ أنهي جيل من الأجيال دي هو ورا أكثر نسبة تشاجر؟
So generation A is the boomers, born in 1946 to 1965. Anybody think it's the old people, the
مين
boomers?
بيعتقد إن هو البومرز اللي
صوت
اتولد من
الحياة
46 ل
الأمريكان بيشرح
65؟
ازاي
How about B, generation
أثناء
X?
اللعبة ما هي شغالة بتشاجروا
Anybody? Okay, that's me by the way, right? You know.
بياخد الإجابة المناسبة ويترجمها في كلمة اهو كده.
Okay. How about C, the millennials? I think the millennials have already given up all hope on everything. They don't start fights, right? You know. And then there's the Zoomers, which is the youngest generation here. Oh, the Zoomers. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see who causes the most fights. Actually, it's actually Gen X. People like me, right? People my age.
You're the cause, Dr.
Yes, I am the cause. Too many fights as well. So actually, and this is where it gets very serious now. The company that makes Monopoly actually set up a hotline around the holidays to settle these family disputes over the rules.
طيب الشركة المنتجة للعبة مونوبولي عملت هوت لاين أو خط ساخن لاستقبال المكالمات خلال الأجازات أو العطلات الرسمية، لأن العطلات الرسمية هي الوقت اللي الناس بتتجمع فيه وبيتشاجروا حوالين قواعد اللعبة، فهم أنشأوا خط ساخن مخصوص علشان يستقبلوا مكالمات خلال الأجازات.
And in the UK, the hotline is set up especially from the 24th to 26th, which is